What up, YouTube? Schmidtword here, checking in from Project Diablo 2 Season 10 Desecration. This will be a Fire Druid tutorial video, more or less. Well, it's more of a Tier 1 showcase. Here we are, we rolled a super juiced Sewers. Just based on the layout, Sewers is probably the best Tier 1 for Fire Druid. Just, the volcano, if you put it in the center of the tile set, it's going to hit everything, and Armageddon also has a good AoE here. So the gear showcase will be at the end. This is just kind of showing you what running a T1 while looting looks like. I'm not really a big speed guy. I mean, obviously I like to go fast, but I'm looting pretty much everything that drops within reason. I farm Diablo clone and Ubers, so I always need juves, so I'm picking up full rejuves pretty much whenever I can. I enjoy flawless gems, I like crafting. I'm picking up, random bases from my friends, etc. But that's more or less all to say that, I'm a gamer that has loot always shown, and, any drop that's worth picking up, I'm going to pick up. So, I think this map takes me roughly like 7.5 minutes looting everything. But obviously, if you just want to zoom and pick up the super high value items, you could probably get that down to like 6 minutes, maybe even like 5:30. I've seen people post. Also, my gear isn't like insanely GG. I definitely have a lot of min-maxing left to do. But that being said, I have other goals this season before I really go, too far down the min-max Fire Druid rabbit hole. That being said, though, my gear is definitely insane, so, this definitely isn't like a budget build at this point. I played Summoner this season until I felt comfortable switching to Fire, and I'm currently at the 68 FCR breakpoint, where ideally I'd like to be at the 99, but I do need to kind of move some gear around and min-max some corrupts before I can actually, hit that 99 breakpoint. Cannot be frozen. It's kind of hard for me at this point. I'm using like a Raven Frost, which not really ideal. In an ideal world, I'd use like a 20 FCR ring with half freeze duration, but with some boots that have half freeze duration, MF, plus like a mana after each kill slam, just because that is pretty important for this build. Vines are really good and help with sustain, but like even, a 2 MPK slam on some boots would probably be enough to make me feel like I never need to use a rejuve for, mana reasons. That being said, I'm using Silk Weaves, you'll see in the showcase after the map. And I mean, you can kind of see my mana, it's just never moves, so that's, neat, I guess. But yeah, I mean, anybody who, thinks this playstyle looks interesting, I would highly recommend it. I don't really go over the skills, or I at least didn't record content of that, so I'll go over that now, and then I will, work that into the video. I'll also snapshot my Druid's gear at the time of this video, so you can look at that. That'll be in the description. But, UMax Volcano, Armageddon, their synergies, and then, people who have played this build before, shout out Zix, he told me, you really want your gust at, a half second cooldown with, battle command +1 skills. So I made that happen, and yeah, I've never, needed a faster gust. I mean, you're not gonna do it, more than every half second, lol. But, you never know. He suggested I don't do Grizzly just because, it's not worth it, and you could pump, like 4 extra points into Oak, which is 60 more health, which makes sense. I don't know how much the bear is helping, but I kind of like having a 2000 HP meat shield with me, so I did opt for the bear, which I just, I think it's worth the 4 points. I'm not, that far into the min-max where, I feel like I need 60 more hit points over, something tanking for me. But I think there's merits to both sides of that. That being said, I definitely think this build's cracked as fuck. I don't think the DPS meter really tells the full story. You're really just volcanoing, gusting, making sure Armageddon's up. The runtime on Armageddon is a little less than CTA, so pretty much, I obviously do both at the start, and then, I don't know, like a minute into the gaming, I refresh Armageddon, and then once I need to re-CTA, I just do another Armageddon, and at that point, it's, it'll last you till the end of the map. You're really just gusting, laying volcanoes, and then, you have the benefit of having gust on such a low cooldown that you can, have it available for going back for loot, since a lot of shit is dying, after you run by. The volcano and initial Armageddon clears out pretty much everything, but there are some stragglers that will get killed by the volcano as you're, moving through the mobs, which, a lot of people are like, oh, are you killing everything on the screen? And it's like, yes, there's really minimal mobs left behind here with this build, just due to, how volcano works, and your initial pass with Armageddon does a lot of damage. So this is the map. You can see it took roughly 7.5 minutes, and I'm likely looting more than, the average person loots. I just really like flawless gems, etc., etc. Coming up is the gear showcase, and I'll go over my build and, where I think I can upgrade. This is, a basic +4 elemental skills Earthshaker with 4 5/5 facets. Here's a Raven lore. That was a -18 3 socket with 3 facets in it. There's a desecrated amulet. Shout out Papa Chris. There's a 3 socket 23 DR storm shield. The boots are definitely something I could do better. This ring's sick. Nico Kiko crafted it. It gives the good res, FCR, shit ton of MF. Obviously that's really good. We got the Dungos. That's just kind of random. Here's a +3 arcanes. We P-boxed for 1. Sag. There's that Raven Frost I referenced earlier. Makes me sad. Here are the Mage Fists. 30 FCR, we self-found these, and then we just have a, Torch Annie, some lifers, and then 7 MF charms, a fire skill, fire damage large charm, and then some small life charms. Sweet. Drop by the stream, say what up. Best way to support me is a follow there or a sub here on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Here's the Merc gear. We got Infinity, Ondals, a chest that Ataz crafted. Then we got some Lane of Hands we self-slammed. And then, just some life self-slammed Marowaks and a decent string. Sweet. Thanks for watching, guys. And hope to see you around the stream soon, or even on the Discord. Join up there. ARPG Discord, mostly Diablo stuff, but also there's some Path of Exile, Last Epoch. And here are some big GGs I have that I'm hoping to get on soon. FCR, pretty much max rolled Dungos, and a sick BK Wedding Band FCR. Hell yeah. Get those on soon. Peace out, guys.